Welcome to TuberChat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Thank you for joining today. The first channel we're looking at is Johnny and Claire TV. We feature a different channel every single day that we live stream here at TuberChat. Johnny and Claire TV have been back again and again and again and stuck us out through the entire live stream since they found us just a short time ago. So I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. The way that we connect here is that we leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. And then when you're watching the video, you want to leave a comment of at least a couple of full sentences related to the content of the video. And that's so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up always, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Sometimes when we're in these live streams, growth streams like TuberChat, it gets a little bit silly because we can't use the word subscribed. And, you know, it would be easy if we could say, I've been to your channel and I've subscribed to you and I'm waiting for you to come and subscribe to me. But we can't say that. So we dance around it. Sometimes we actually even use the word dance. Would you like to dance with me? Or I've danced with you. Or I've left a package at your house, or I've baked you some cookies, or I've left footprints, or different things like this. It all means the same thing. When you're connecting with somebody, to leave a gift or a package or footprints or dance with them means to go to their channel, watch a short video, leave a meaningful comment, give them a thumbs up, and subscribe to them. Then you come back here and let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So it's just to clear that up. I know it's a little bit silly, the things we have to say, but that's the world we live in. So welcome, everybody, and thank you very much for coming and joining, especially so early. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's here to connect. We're all here for the same thing, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Janae Gaming, thank you for coming back in. A Poet Unleashed, forgive me for not being sure. I think this is your first time here, and same for Dub Zero. Javian's Day today. I'm glad to see you back in here again. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo is a featured channel for next weekend upcoming, so it's great to see you in the house again. And then Bright Creations is also a featured channel for next weekend. PA, I appreciate your support everywhere I go, whether it's here on TuberChat or on all the other channels in which I'm connected. So I appreciate all the time you spend with me. Jaden Sue, same goes for you. I really appreciate all the support you give. Jaden Sue has been the first channel to ever be featured twice on TuberChat in less than 60 episodes. And then Us Never Them, thank you very much for coming in. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members. Donut Toys and Games, good to see you. That Blue Moon, I'm very, very happy to see you always. Let's get your channel moving. I want to get you some new friends and family members today. Johnny and Claire TV is our featured channel for today. They're in the chat. TealTube is back. Thank you for coming back in. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members as well, if that's what you would like. Callum Hattie, it's good to see you back. I know you were here the other day, so thank you for returning. And then hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members as well. This is not a sub for sub network. We're actually very much against that behavior. However, it is very clear that everybody here will be expecting everybody else to connect with everybody else. So we are all looking for loyal and dedicated supporters for the long term so that we can build our channels on a strong and solid foundation. And you'll find yourself, after connecting with people here in TuberChat, to have some loyal and dedicated followers that will come back to your channel over the coming not only days, but weeks, months, and hopefully eventually years to watch your videos, give you comments, give you likes, and all the things we need as growing YouTubers. Unmax Lifestyle, thank you for coming back in. And I hope I'm not skipping anybody. East Media with BG, thank you for coming back in again as well. Apostle Edgar Kapanga, another previously featured channel from TuberChat. Thank you for coming in. Blur Sunset. Yes, it's always good to see you. So thank you for coming back in. It's JT. Welcome back. Thank you for coming in. The Essence of Sonia, one of our most loyal and dedicated supporters, is always here early. Thank you for coming in. Sonia again. Kira Walton, my BFF forever, and Kristen, my love, is in the chat as well. And I'm just going to take another moment to finish welcoming everybody before we start talking about the wheel and things like that. Ghostly Wins, good to see you back. Thank you very much. David from D Turner Gaming is in the house. Again, Genjai Life, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time here, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. The best idea is always to go first. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Just take your time with it. Meet people one by one. And the way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. That's so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters, and give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and let them know by leaving a double emoji next to their name and saying something about the video that you watched so that they can go and find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Vibing with the Road Girl 72, thank you for coming back in. It's great to have you back. Zelda Master John, a dear friend of mine now, is in the chat. There are a lot of creators in the house, including the Essence of Sonia, Zelda Master John, That Blue Moon, Bright Creations, all willing to swap playlists. If you would like to swap playlists with other creators for the purpose of gaining watch hours, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and you will find other creators reaching out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements however you'd like. All of our moderators do it, and I do it as well. I'll be looking for probably 3 playlist buddies today. Simply Royce, good to see you back. I hope I haven't missed anything in the chat. And then, boy, are we busy today. We are having a very busy start. So thank you, everybody, for that. Marco Phil, Germany, thank you for coming back in. And Ghostly Wins, the chat is very busy today. Yeah, Bright Creations is definitely one that you want to swap playlists with. I have recently swapped with them just this past week. I'm swapping with Zelda Master John right now. I have several different accounts. For those of you who don't already know, I'm a professional channel manager. That's how I got my start on YouTube several years ago. I run several channels for other people, as well as a couple of my own with millions of views and thousands of subscribers and all that kind of stuff. So I have many accounts that I can swap playlists with. And what I wish to do, because I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, is to bring that knowledge here so that we can share everything we know together. And then you can add what I tell you to the information you already know and what you're going to continue to learn, so that you can make the right decisions for your channel. And I hope that everybody will share their tips and tricks in here as well, so that I can continue to learn and then I can continue to grow also. Minister of Music Terrence Trower, thank you for coming in. I'm quite am I right that you've been here before? Forgive me if I'm wrong and it's your first time, but hopefully you feel welcome either way. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time, if that's what you'd like, by just following the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Lydia Saba is back in. That's another previously featured channel from TuberChat and Travel Around. It's always good to see you, so thank you for coming in. Ben Uden, it's good to have you back. I hope you're still hanging out and getting ready to meet some new friends and family members. MAH Videos is another previously featured channel, so thank you for coming back in again. My goodness. Uniquely Lavish, thanks for coming in also. Thank you, everybody, so much, because we are just overwhelmingly busy right now for the start of tuberchat. Luckily, things grow every single week, and our averages go up, and we have had an average of well over 80, almost 90 creators in each of our live streams this weekend, and I think today's right on track. Ghostly wins. Oh, speaking of video views, you're unsure, watch the said video, put it in your watch later list. Just curious, did I not go through my watch later yet? Did I not do it in the last 24 hours? You have to forgive me. The days get away from me because I try to do it every day, and sometimes I miss a day. Let's look at my watch later list and see. Ghostly wins is not there. Is there not a video that I would have watched? I'm just going to look anyway. I would have left a comment 100%. Let's have a look and see if we've got any red lines. If you didn't get on the wheel, then I may not have watched a video from you and connected. So we are connected, but we were already probably connected. That's the thing. No, I use the watch later list. I don't see one here. But I use the watch later list for channels that come in that I have not already connected to. I am going to turn your bell on, though. So that's what I use it for. It's only if I run into a channel that's been here, that comes into tuberchat for the first time that I didn't already meet outside. Then I put a video in the watch later list because I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. And that allows me to go back, watch the watch later list, and then connect with everybody properly that way. So let's get back to Johnny and Claire TV. That's our feature channel for today. Hopefully David from D Turner Gaming is going to have some good luck at a job interview. And then Zelda Master John is willing to reach out to anybody and swap playlists if you want to let them know that you're willing to swap playlists. Simply Royce is willing. And then the Essence of Sonya, yes, thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up the stream. Saul P. Motors is back in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then you should always, so Callum, the way that that works, the way that we're all connecting here, it's always best to go first. So the idea is you're supposed to go to somebody else's channel, watch their video, leave them a comment, give them a thumbs up, and subscribe to them. Then come back here and leave that double emoji and let them know that you've been to their place and left a package for them, for instance, or you can say whatever you want, but that's what a lot of people say, right? Then they will go back and do the same thing for you, but sometimes it takes time because sometimes 2 or 3 people might be connecting with the same person at the same time. So it can be a little bit overwhelming, but as long as you do what you're supposed to do and you make those comments that you're leaving very long, at least a couple of sentences, because if it gets held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filter, they may not even find it. And even so, YouTube might take the subscription away afterwards. Sometimes we lose subscribers and we always wonder why. The biggest reason is because one of the 2 people connecting did not do it the right way. So that's why I leave the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you'll hear me repeat it probably 10 times during the live stream. But that's what it means. So yes, if you leave a gift, you should always be getting one back. If you don't, for some reason, hopefully, I don't know if you have Instagram or anything like that. Instagram is the best way to reach me. If anybody in the chat thinks that there's something I need to address, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. I try to be attentive to it, and then that way I can take care of it if we have a channel that is either insisting on sub for sub behavior or simply not understanding what we're doing. Sometimes there's just language barriers because we meet channels from all over the world in different time zones. But if English is not their first language, then they may not be very clear. And then hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Forgive me because I'm very far behind in the chat. We're very, very busy, off to a fantastic start today. And I got to try to figure out my... I cannot believe how far behind I am. You'll have to forgive me, everybody. It's wonderful that we're this busy. I will get to the wheel at some point. MAH Videos, thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up. Yes, please. It really does help. And if you have the ability to, you got to be careful, Callum, because if you're saying that you didn't receive something from somebody, you may find them... I don't want to say getting in trouble. It's impossible to get in trouble here, but I wouldn't want to go react to something like that prematurely. So just give everybody a few minutes, please, to return to you. Thank you, Bright Creations. I'm going to go over something else actually in a few minutes too. As soon as I get caught up with the chat, I'm going to talk about watch hours and running playlists for each other and how that exactly works. And then I'm glad to see everybody connecting, and that blue moon is connecting. I wouldn't be betting on notifications either, everybody. Just so you know, notifications haven't been working perfectly all weekend. But if somebody has their subscriptions set to private, which I never recommend for everybody, if you're doing this kind of thing, you should always have them public. That's my opinion. But if they have them set to private, you won't get a notification that they've been to your channel. You have to go and look for their comment. That's why I always say in my speech about connecting, when you leave a double emoji to let somebody know that you've connected, you say something about the video that you watch so that they can find your comment easily. And then that blue moon can always drop their link. There you go. If that blue moon's link is necessary for anybody, you can just ask them and they can get Nightbot on the case. Oh, Apostle Edgar Kapanga knows how to do it too. Perfect. It will only drop it once every 5 minutes, though, so you'll have to, if you're looking for that blue moon, you'll have to either wait it out or just scroll up in the chat, and you'll find it a couple minutes before if you can't get it to work right away. I have it so that it's set that it doesn't spam, so it won't do it more than once every 5 minutes. Oh, really? Ghostly Winds? That's Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Let's have a look. There's glitches all over the place on YouTube all the time. And forgive me, because I never want to speak negatively, but it gets a little bit overwhelming. I don't know why they don't just call the people at Twitter and Facebook and ask them how to fix everything. That is weird, because I would have 100% gone through it, and I would have... Oh, there it is. See what I'm talking about? We just looked at this, and there was no red line. Now I pop it up, and there's a red line. This happens all the time. If you can believe it, just a couple of weeks ago, my girlfriend, Kristen, who's in the chat as a moderator, and I woke up and she found she was not subscribed either to me or to tuberchat. And we've been together for almost 5 years now, so you can imagine how ridiculous that is. So there's glitches all the time. We all just have to be patient, but good thing that we got it going. Yes, David, it is overwhelming. So forgive me, everybody that's come in. If I haven't got to you yet, I'm just a little bit behind in the chat. I'm trying to catch up. I should be there in a few minutes, but as long as you're still active in the chat, I will get to you for sure. So I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting. And you'll have to forgive me if I miss anything. As I scan. You can't see what I'm doing because I do it in another window. So I'm logged in on my own account in a separate window here, and then logged in with tuberchat for only if I need it there. And I'm usually wanting to leave our featured channel up. So there's Johnny and Claire TV again. If there's any luck, I'll be caught up in a minute. So Nightbot, yeah. Zelda Master John, no, it's. I don't think that it's normal if it said that it worked. Did you put Nightbot as the moderator on your channel? That's an important step that sometimes we can forget. If Nightbot is a moderator on your channel, then it should be working. There you go. Well, Ghostly Winds, I'm glad we're hooked up, so that's great. My BS Life is in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Forgive me if I've missed anybody coming in. I've just been way behind in the chat today. We're very, very, very busy, so thank you, everybody, for that. And Javian's day today. I'm glad you're connecting with everybody as well. So I did want to talk about watch time. and swapping playlists in particular. So we talk about it all the time here. And if anybody's willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you could just say in the chat, I am willing to swap playlists. The obligation there means you're just going to run a playlist for somebody else and they're going to run a playlist for you, hopefully of all your videos. In order to get that done, you make a playlist of your own videos, no live streams, and the playlist should be called, in the case of Johnny and Claire TV, it would be called All of Johnny and Claire TV or Binge Watch Johnny and Claire TV or something like that. That's the playlist that you're going to give to people to run for you, and then you will run a playlist for them. You do not have to sit and watch every single second of every video. You're only obligated to run it in this case. The best idea is always to comment on the first and last video that you run, and then like whenever you can if you have it running on a separate device or something like that. Jeff TP, ATBP, I'm not sure what the acronym is, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. The way that we, Michael's Adventures is always helping people. He swapped with almost every creator that I know. So Michael's Adventures is willing to swap as well. So Saul P. Motors, I know I'm running your playlist right now, and I don't want you to change it while I'm running it, but you really should be making a playlist without live streams, because we don't know the truth as to whether the live streams count or not. The idea behind that is that when Google wants to look at the analytics themselves, and the analytics want to run computer-based against your channel to see what credit you're going to get. The idea is that a human being might sit and watch your videos one after the other, after the other, after the other, the same way they might binge watch a Netflix television show. But with live streams, it's unreasonable to think that somebody might sit there and watch hours upon hours upon hours, or days even, of live stream replays. I'm not saying I'm right. We can't know the truth about that until one of us becomes a Google engineer. But for now, all the people that I choose to believe and the people that I trust, we all together insist that everybody make playlists that do not include live streams. But you have to make the right decisions for your channels. I'm still running yours anyway, so I'm just going to run this the way it is. If you wanted to, I don't want to advise this, but you could make two playlists, one of each, and then make the right decisions based on that. And then D Turner Gaming, David is saying that he likes to do live stream highlights. And then Zelda Master John, you're probably right that they count, but because I can't actually see every single person's analytics and every single view that ever came in, I can't be 100% sure, no matter how many times. But there you go. Yes, Zelda Master John has different lists just in case. So when you're running playlists, or watch time in general, always takes 72 hours to settle. What you'll find is one day your watch time will go up, and it's usually delayed by a day. You won't even see it for 24 hours. The next day it will change. Usually it will go down, because the algorithms in the back of YouTube are deciding what they determine to be high quality or low quality views. Low quality means if you're doing two things at once. So if you're logged into your account on two different browsers or two different devices, and you're watching videos and live streams at the same time, that may count as a low quality playback. YouTube knows that you can't possibly be paying attention to two with any you can't possibly be paying attention to both clearly at the same time. Now, I'm not even saying I'm right about that, but that's the mentality behind why we do what we do. But you'll see with your watch hours and things like that, you're always going to have to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It happens all the time, and the longer we go on with this, you're going to hear more and more YouTubers mentioning the fact that they lose hours all the time, and it's unexplainable. YouTube will never tell us why, but we can narrow it down to a few simple things. The best idea is always, you need 4,000 hours, aim for 5,000, and then you'll get there. But as well, you're going to watch your analytics change. So if somebody's running your playlist today, you may not even see those hours for the next 3 days. It will just keep changing and changing and changing. That Blue Moon went over something with me yesterday, showing me how their views are dropping. One day they'll have 112 views on something, and the next day they'll lose 10 or 12 views. It doesn't make any sense. There's no rhyme or reason. Nothing that we can get a clear answer on anyway. But I just don't want anybody to fret over that kind of stuff, because it happens all the time. And the more we go on and on and on, you're going to know that we need to always take 2 steps forward, especially after we take 1 step back. Michael and Paula, good to see you back in. The Unsalted Kitchen, good to see you returning to TuberChat as well. Michael's Adventures, I know I already mentioned you, but thank you and welcome again. And Simply Royce is still having a good time connecting, which is great. Looks like everybody's doing well. Okay, thank you very much, Salty Motors. The Glass Shadow X, thank you for coming back in. And it looks like we're doing just fine. Yeah, thank you, Michael and Paula. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members here. Oh, Callum Hattie, I know you say that, but I saw with my own eyes yesterday. We have a creator in the house that has had views, the number of views go down over a couple of days. So whether it's a glitch or anything else, there are always questionable things going on in the algorithms of YouTube, but I saw it myself. I can't tell you how. I don't know how. I saw it. They sent, they put a video that they showed me the count from the day before, and then as soon as they put up a new video, the count from the video before that lost about 10 views or something like that. Believe me, I know it doesn't make sense, and it's the first time I've actually seen that. Unveil a video. It's I don't know what's up with that sometimes, but unview a video. Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's the same thing with watch hours. How can our watch hours go down? If YouTube gives you watch hours for the credit of people watching, how is it possible that it can go down? There's really no answer, but it happens all the time. You'll hear more and more creators saying that. Yes, I remember. I saw your comment about that, and I have a theory on why that is. But I won't get into it here on the live stream. If you want, we can have a conversation at some point. But still, either way, it's a great time at that moment, and it was just luck. It was just luck that I happened to be in there at the same time that you were doing that particular live stream. Bright Creations, yep, lost a lot in the past. Unveil a video. Yeah. You gotta love spell check and stuff like that. It's interesting. But again, like I said, I run several channels, but that that is what it is. It's not that many. It's a good handful, right? But it's not that. Here in TuberChat especially, I meet so many different creators. We all do, hopefully. And I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. What I wish to do is take all of this knowledge like we're talking about right now, and we could just talk about it and share with each other. And this way, everybody's a little bit more aware, and you can make better decisions for your own channel based on all the information you're getting. Playlist. If there's videos on the playlist more than 3 weeks old, Big Brother won't count the views looked at as spam. So Uniquely Lavish, I can't subscribe to that idea because I'm running playlists for people all the time, and I have people running my playlists, and the hours are working out probably as well as they're supposed to. And a lot of my videos are 2 years old and longer than that. I've been running channels for 4 years that are, I just can't, I haven't seen anything that leads me to believe that that could possibly be correct, because we're running playlists all the time for people who have videos that are months old and even years old. Social Blade. Well, so Donut Toys and Games as well. Social Blade is a third party. They're independent from YouTube. And not that it's a big deal. I happen to be a developer as well. So I understand a little bit about the information that Google gives to third-party developers. If you look at your subscriber count on YouTube and then on Social Blade and then on YT Tracker and then on TubeBuddy and vidIQ and all this other stuff, you're going to see different numbers everywhere. Pardon me, because they don't give up to the second information out to third-party developers. I think they used to. It seemed like it, but the counts are always off. Ever since they made the change to rounding up. Like, for instance, I think tuberchat right now has, let me go to my chat. When I go to switch account here, hopefully, if it wants to work, I'm pushing the limits of my computer. You'll see that tuberchat says 1,400 subscribers. However, and that's right there on YouTube's own site. However, when I click, let's see what we see here. On the front page, 1.4K, because they started rounding. They never used to round it up like that. And then we'll go into Studio. It was $13.98 right before I started, unless I got another couple of subscribers. Oh, I'm in the wrong account anyway. I think I'm in the wrong account. Yeah. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. I'll get it in a second. That's why I don't have a like on the video either. It's not a real account. That's the brand account or whatever they call that. Let's get into the right one, and then we'll see. And it should say $13.98 unless I got another couple subscribers right now. As soon as I get into YouTube Studio. I can't believe how slow this is right now. Another window I can pause. My goodness, am I ever just choking the internet? Okay, finally, we're just about there. So thank you for everybody for your patience while we go through this stuff. But I'm glad we're really sharing all these stories and stuff, because I can't be certain about some of the things, because like I said, I'm not a Google engineer. I don't know if we have any in here. So here's $13.99. But it says 1,400 in different places. Now, that's just a tiny example, and we know that YouTube is rounding, so it's not a great example. But I wonder if I can pull up, maybe I can pull up Social Blade. We'll get into the wheel afterwards. Anytime for doing, you could be on for 12 hours live. They won't give you 12 hours. That's a possibility. And then the Glass Shadow X, we want to make sure we're always connecting with each other fully, leaving meaningful comments, giving thumbs up, and subscribing before coming back and letting everybody know that you left a thing. And then well, Uniquely Lavish, there's always different ideas out there. So again, I don't want to ever say that I'm 100% right, because I don't work at Google as much as, you know, would be nice, right? But we hear so much different information, and it changes all the time. So the best thing that we can do is take everything that we hear. You have to only take like what makes sense to you and what you see in your own analytics, and then you can make the right decisions. If everybody wants to, today's live stream, I don't know how long we're going to go. We usually go somewhere between 2 and 2.5 hours or something like that. But if you'd like to, at the end of the live stream today, if you want to remind me and let me know that, yes, you would, we can go even deeper into analytics, and I can show you a few things that lead me to believe that we still get watch time for videos that are older than 3 weeks and stuff like that, because I have a couple different channels I can go through and show analytics for, so that we can have a quick look. But it doesn't, you know, definitely, I don't want to deter anybody from the activity that they're doing, especially when it comes to playlist groups and stuff like that. If you've got a good group of people that are willing to run things and this and that, that's fantastic. I prefer to do one-on-one collaborations, because then you're simply running a playlist for somebody, they're running a playlist for you, and almost everybody has been honest probably that I have swapped playlists with in the last 6-7 months, whatever it's been that I've been doing it. You know, occasionally somebody might cut you off early or something like that, but for the most part that works. But when I've tried a couple of other playlist experiments with groups and group activity, it hasn't worked out well. I found that only 20% of the people on my experiment were actually running the playlist. And that's what I mean. I'll show you afterwards if you'd like to see it. So probably 2 hours from now. But if you're still here and able to hang out and watch that, we can talk about that. And I'll show you some analytics, and we can try to decipher those together. Forgive me for not keeping up with the chat. Sicklids23, thank you for coming back in. Callum Hattie, no, you're not timed out. Nobody's been timed out. And then forgive me, isn't worth living without humor. That's true. And then forgive me if I have missed anything in the chat. I'm skipping back forward pretty quick. YouTube, sorry, easier. Yeah, absolutely, Ghostly Wins. Yes, if everybody wants to thrive together, you know, it helps for us to build each other up. That's why, like, I truly believe the more that we give, the more we will end up receiving. But it feels good when you have friends that are around getting their 1,000 subscribers and getting monetized and hitting 2,000 and hitting 3,000 and getting 1,000 views on their video and all those different milestones. It feels great because we can all do this together. And the best part is, to be successful, you don't have to take anything away from anybody else. For me to get subscribers from you, I don't take them away from you. We're just expanding the pool of subscribers. And around here in tuberchat, it feels a lot more like family after a little while. Sakuna Swona channel, thank you for coming in. Oh, that's interesting. Uniquely lavish. This is exactly what I'm talking about learning from creators every day. That's something I hadn't considered. But you try to calculate your spam rate by dividing the 48-hour watch time by the 48 hours views. That's interesting. That's something I might be having a real serious look at. That's interesting. And then again, I just want to remind everybody, I know there's a few people who are newer here, but just be patient with everybody, please. The truth is, well, I keep saying all the time we have to take 2 steps forward, and it's unfortunate when we have to take a step back. It happens all the time. There are glitches in YouTube. There are people who don't understand. There are people, we can't control who comes into tuberchat. What I could do is try to control who stays. So if I see sub for sub behavior or somebody who just doesn't want to do things the way we all want to do it, then, you know, I can take care of that. But when somebody first comes in, we have to take a moment to just see how everybody wants to interact with the chat and with each other and stuff like that. Shattered Soul, good to see you. Hopefully I said hello to East Media with BG when you came in. I'm sorry if I've missed anybody, but we've been very behind. So Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, I'm going to have to look at this, but Uniquely Lavish was just saying that it's when you're looking at your analytics, it's possible to possibly divide your 48-hour watch time by your 48-hour views. And that kind of makes sense. So that you can kind of do a little bit of calculating for yourself. But you'll have to experiment with that because I haven't done it yet. I haven't even looked at it. I can look at it afterwards if everybody wants to, and then we'll see if we can come up with anything out of there. But I'm really thankful that everybody's engaging the conversation so much today, because I'm hoping that we all get a few ideas for each other and from each other so that we can be even better prepared to look at our analytics. And kind of decipher what's going on there. Even if you don't like analytics, like I love that stuff. I am a geek and a nerd. I love numbers and I love staring at spreadsheets and graphs and all that good stuff. So I'm lucky that way. But I know not everybody wants to. It's possible your eyes will glaze over if you stare at it for more than 2 minutes. But in my opinion, you must look at your analytics. You have to at least look at them. Because after you do that, let's say once a day or as often as you can for a couple of weeks, you will start to notice patterns and you will start to understand things that you don't see, before that. What's happening here? Oh, Callum Hattie, your messages are getting held because you are saying, did you check my channel? You can't do that because it's too close to self-promotion. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do for other people, they will come back to you. You know what I mean? If they don't, you can reach out to me on Instagram and let me know if somebody's not connecting and I could try to monitor it or something like that. But you must please, please, please be patient. Metrosonic, yeah, we're having a really engaging conversation today about watch hours and analytics and stuff like that. I might get into a couple of analytic tutorials at the end of the live stream today, probably 2 hours from now. And then Shattered Soul has hit 1K. I think we knew that, but that's great news. It's always wonderful to see a fellow creator hitting the 1,000 views that we all have on our radar. And then Michael and Paul saying, yeah, they really like YouTube Studio stats. Absolutely. Okay, that's cool, Callum Hattie. Yeah. And then zillion watch hours away from being monetized. It makes sense, Cichlids. But as you start to approach, or when you decide that if monetization is something that's on your radar, it can help because you can. A lot of times I'll say when we're looking at the analytics, it's not about trying to figure out what you're doing wrong. It's about figuring out what you did right on the videos that are really moving so that you can duplicate that and do more of it. There are ways, and I'll show you it's like a ninja trick today to figure out what kind of tags you could be using for your videos that will really propel those videos. And it can even help with your titles and things like that. That's cool. That's cool, Ghostly Winds. I did a tutorial on my personal channel as well to show everybody how I use TubeBuddy to keep up with the comments. And for those of you who have been interacting with me either on tuberchat or my personal channel over the last couple weeks, you'll know that it's not more than a couple of days or a few days after you've connected with me that you get a response on your comments. Yeah, you try. That's a possibility, Metrosonic. I have a decent banned words list. So that's why I have so few moderators. And well, I'm going to just retract that because that's a little bit close to the line. But we. Yeah, Metrosonic, I have a great banned words list, which really helps the chat. But everybody's always so respectful here. I really don't have problems. We've had so few problems with trolls and things like that. I'm very, very lucky that way. YouTube Studio sure does come in handy. Relatively new, learning a lot. A Poet Unleashed. Sorry about that. Yeah, today's a little bit overwhelming. It's usually not quite. It's not that it's not busy. It's just we got right into an engaging conversation right away. Sometimes we just talk about channels and things like that. And I'm going to get into the wheel and getting names on the wheel so that we can get that going as well. But again, if everybody wants to, it'll be another a little while from now. But if everybody wants to, closer to the end of this, live stream, we can get into some serious analytics if you want to, and we'll just have a look. What's happening in the next 2 days, Metrosonic? Thank you, David, from D Turner Gaming for saying that. So I am going to work on getting some names onto the wheel. I've already got Bright Creations and Mr. and Mrs. Annabalo. Those are 2 of our 4 featured channels for next weekend. I have one yet to pick, and Melda and Amra, my dear friend, will be on Friday. So yeah, if you can hang out that long, I know sometimes it's a little bit much to ask people to stick around for a couple of hours, but if you can, we will get we'll get into that tutorial that I'm talking about. I'm going to get a few more names onto the wheel here, and I'll start spinning. Hid your numbers today. It's only stress. You don't want people to judge you if you have 3. You have to do what's right for your channel, Michael and Paula. So there's a million different reasons why anybody could say, yes, we make our stuff public or hidden or different things like that. But you make the right decisions for you, and then everything should work out fine. So I'll spin the wheel. We'll get our first channel up. Yeah, hopefully that job interviews works out. And Mr. and Mrs. Annabalo, thank you very much. Ghostly Wins, let's see what you've got going on for us today, even though we just looked at your channel. But we'll have a quick look now, and I'll move on. I'll move on quickly for somebody. Ghostly Wins we're talking about, and we actually witnessed a glitch earlier in this live stream. I wouldn't recommend going back and watching, you know, all kinds of time of the replay just to see this one thing. But we specifically brought up Ghostly Wins because they were asking me if I had connected with them properly from the watch later list. And when I clicked on videos and I went down the list, this red line on Final Fantasy VII glitch video was not there. But that's the video that I connected with them with the other day, and they remembered better than I did. And I said, well, that doesn't make sense. I looked at my watch later list. I must have done it. I thought I did. And then when we looked at it a second time, because they reminded me which video it was, the red line was there. So this is the kind of glitching that goes on with YouTube, and we have no idea why. So did they even get the credit for my view? Did they even get the 7 minutes of watch time? How are we supposed to know when there's glitches? We don't know. But anyway, this is Ghostly Wins, so thank you for pointing that out because it's been extremely helpful for today. They've obviously got a lot of dynamic content for us, and they do a lot of live streaming. With 391 subscribers, I think it's reasonable. You could probably get a lot closer, maybe even cross 400 during today's live stream if you want to. That's cool, David. Hopefully you'll get a chance to pick the position that you want. Wheel of Mortality. Somebody called it the Wheel of Doom, so we've nicknamed it that for the longest time. Wonder if there's a way I could put a title on it. I didn't see anything like that, but that would be amusing. Somehow I got to go back. I'm going to go back to the first episode where I used the wheel and see if I can figure out who called it that so I can give them the proper credit. To a theater near a YouTuber chat. It's not. It's. I thought. Are you talking about the movie that I think you're probably talking about? Because I haven't been following the news, but I've been seeing news about this movie, and I wondered if it was already out. I thought that it was something that was already done, but if you're telling me that on Wednesday comes the new movie that you're probably excited about, given the name of your channel, then that is exciting news. Ellen B. Johansson, thank you very much for reminding everybody to thumbs up. Yes, if you can. Every interaction, including sharing if you can on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, any of that stuff. Every interaction helps push TuberChat a little bit farther into the algorithm so that we can get found easier and meet more and more creators and maximize our impact. So I will appreciate every interaction that everybody can give. There you go, and Ghostly Wins. Yeah, as you continue to mix things up, if you eventually see which videos are really starting to move and this and that, you might find yourself having a path to success by being able to duplicate more of what worked well for you. And then Apostle Edgar Capanga, hopefully you're talking to me, but you're welcome. I'm absolutely happy to help everybody as much as I can. It's not me, it's us. When we are able to, I know it's me talking because it's the live stream, but when we are having a discussion through the chat, it helps us all. Like Uniquely Lavish showed me a brand new way of looking at something. And as much as I say I love analytics and I love staring at this stuff, it's something that I didn't even consider looking at. But now I have a new tool. And you know that just that simple arithmetic can be used in many different scenarios. I bet we're going to start finding more patterns, and I'm going to be able to improve all the channels that I work on. And then hopefully by talking about it, and when we explore it a little bit more, we'll be able to help a few other people improve their analytic skills as well. And I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. And so, thank you, That Blue Moon. Hopefully you're still meeting all the friends and family members that you're looking for. And Shattered Soul is willing to swap playlists if anybody wants to do that with them. Metrosonic, good times. Oh, no. Oh, Metrosonic, I'm so sorry. Yes, I should have known. I made a note for myself here. Oh, I made the note because it was so long. Yes, I remember. I thought you were talking about the movie, but now I understand. Metrosonic's 14-year anniversary on YouTube is on Wednesday. And I'm sorry that I didn't remember that right away. It probably would have come to me, but yeah, I'm glad that we got knowing that. But that's really something else. That's quite an accomplishment. Metrosonic has been on YouTube for 14 years. So that is fantastic news. And as a matter of fact, I think that made my decision right now because Metrosonic has been with us for a while. So forgive me for the delay because TuberChat is not going to live stream on Wednesday. We're never here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday right now. I hope in a few months we can change that. But right now it's only Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But what I'm going to do to honor your celebration of 14 years, you will be our featured channel this coming Monday. So I forget the date of that, 24th or something like that, but I will set that up afterwards. I was waiting to pick a channel, and I think you absolutely are deserving of that slot. Yes, Michael and Paula, I'll show that later. When we go into the analytics, I'll show everybody. But yeah, I'm at 3,600 hours for TuberChat right now. And like I said, it takes a few days to settle. So if we don't get our hours this week, it will be after next weekend because we usually get in excess of 70 hours per live stream. Last couple of weeks have been almost 100 hours per live stream. But this weekend, I don't know why, but the analytics, again, they're not making sense. We're busier this weekend than we were last weekend, and still the hours are a little bit less. We only got like 60-something hours for each live stream. But either way, it's coming. But yes, thank you for noticing that, and you're right. It's coming. It's right around the corner for TuberChat. Hopefully, we're getting everybody as many friends and family members as they need so that they can yeah, Metrosonic. Sorry, I'm behind in the chat. So as you're saying things, I'm not catching up. So when I'm mentioning things, you'll have to forgive me. Wow. That's true. Metrosonic might be the longest running YouTuber in the TuberChat family. Only rivaled closely by Happy Lux, who is a dear friend of mine. He's been on YouTube for more than 10 years, but I don't think it's 14. It's Shy Official. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier. I was quite in the middle of a speech, and I'm far behind in the chat, but I appreciate you coming in. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to any creator that you want to in the chat and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time at all, if that's what you would like. Let me get another channel up on the screen here. I got so into the chat today, I'm forgetting to put channels on the screen. But looks like everybody's having a good time connecting with each other, so that's great. It's Shy Shy Official. I am always good, living the dream, as you can see. So hopefully you're doing well also. And hopefully you are going to... oh, thank you, Michael and Paula. Yeah, it'll be any time now. I have a feeling if I'm really, really lucky, TuberChat will be monetized before the end of August, and then memberships will be available in October. The Cruz family, good to see you back again. Thank you very much. That's absolutely true, Metrosonic. Absolutely true. Good. Okay. I think. Oh, am I caught? Maybe I'm not caught up. I thought I was caught up. So Uniquely Lavish is pointing out some ideas for analytics today, which is a good idea. And with a little bit of simple arithmetic, some division, you can compare one stat to another and get a little bit more of a picture on what's happening behind your channel. We're going to look at a little bit of that later today. Uniquely Lavish is another channel that only recently found TuberChat, but comes back again and again, is aggressively growing. And as you can see, we have connected with them here with our red line, and they've obviously got a lot of dynamic content for us, so that's great. Hopefully everybody will connect with Uniquely Lavish that hasn't already. And David from D Turner Gaming is a busy one, working on Facebook and Discord at the same time. DeVoice, oh my God, thank you for coming back in. And a Poet Unleashed, I hope you're having a good time meeting everybody. It's Shy Official, Johnny and Claire TV. You'll be able to get that link in just a moment. Is that how I did it? I forget already. Maybe that's not how I did it. Did I do the whole thing? Oh, it is that. Okay, it is Johnny. I did it easier for you than I did some of the other ones. There's the link for Johnny and Claire TV if anybody wants to reach out to them. That's our featured channel for today. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here and then continue right along. So there's David from D Turner Gaming. Fingers crossed YouTube doesn't decide to glitch. Hopefully. D Turner Gaming is a channel that has been connected to myself personally in TuberChat for many, many months, actually since the beginning of TuberChat, and is a generous creator in many different ways with well over 900 subscribers. They are getting very, very close to the 1,000 that must be on their mind, and they have a lot of dynamic content for everybody to see, as well as they do the featured channels collaboration, which I love talking about. When you feature channels on the front of your page like that, you are basically saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithms that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So it's something I recommend for everybody. But if anybody in the chat has featured TuberChat or my personal channel on your front page and I don't already know about it, please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. I'll never be able to understand the irony of the YouTube glitches. Ghostly wins. Does live on YouTube give you watch hours? Yes, absolutely. So, Mr. and Mrs. Annabello, at the end of today's live stream, or close to the end, when we're done with channels and stuff and it starts to slow down a bit, probably an hour and a half from now, I will go through some analytics. We'll just look at a few things. But one of the things I'll show everybody too is the watch hours and how exactly TuberChat is getting watch hours for every live stream that we do. We've heard different things over the last long while. And the trouble is, as YouTube gets bigger and bigger and bigger, I mean, it's already huge, but more and more people have opinions and are wanting to share information and stuff like that. It can get very confusing when you hear me tell you something today. You might hear 3 different things as well. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just giving you the best of my knowledge based on what I've learned from other people and what I do with the channels that I run. But I continue to learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and I love to share that information because, as we saw today, I learned something in the chat right now from Uniquely Lavish that I haven't considered before, a new way of maybe looking at a couple of different analytics to paint your own picture for the things that are not clear. But I'll go through watch hours and everybody can see exactly what TuberChat does, exactly what live streaming does for us, so that you can get an idea of what is possible for your own channel as well. Here's Bright Creations. Dub Zero is on the phone, but returning gifts. So that's great. Melanin Trio family, thank you for coming back in. Hopefully you're meeting some new friends and family members. Jaden Sue is working on monetization and getting close, so hopefully they will keep pushing forward. Very good. I am going to make a note of that. Metrosonic will be going live on Wednesday to talk about their accomplishments on YouTube over the last 14 years. Actually, I got to make this on the right page. Starting to rain here. Hopefully we don't get into any power trouble. I've got my stuff on one of those power conditioners, so hopefully we're safe, but we'll see. The Urban Cook, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat or forgot to welcome anybody. Forgive me, I've been a little bit behind in the chat most of today, and I'm trying to catch up. Erlinda Engman, thank you for coming in, and thank you for the thumbs up. Every interaction helps push us a little bit farther into the algorithm so that we can be found easier and meet more and more creators and maximize our impact. So I appreciate that. And then Rachel Aldridge is back in the house and happy to bake. So if anybody wants to connect with them, then please do. And Rachel, the best idea is always to go first. Please don't be shy because everybody's here for the same thing. We all want to grow and we all want to connect with everybody. The Daniel Show, good to have you back in. Thank you very much for coming. And Unmasked Lifestyle, I know you've been here for a while. I hope I welcomed you. I don't know if I actually did or if I was in the middle of a speech. Bright Creations, my pleasure always to have your channel here. Bright Creations is willing to swap playlists. If anybody wants to do that for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then everybody's free to reach out to each other. If you want to swap playlists with people for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and you will find other creators reaching out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements, of course. Oh, in Toronto, it's raining too, says Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. Just started here. I just hear it pattering against the window a little bit. Yep, Unmasked Lifestyle, thank you so much. I felt bad for not welcoming you earlier. I wasn't sure whether I did. I hate the idea of missing anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's active in the chat, then I get around to everybody. And for those of you who've been with me for the last several episodes or weeks or months, you know that my speeches tend to be very lengthy. So I appreciate your patience. But hopefully we're all learning together. In Michigan, too. Yeah, Michigan's not that far. It's Metrosonic, Jaden. If you want to just add Metrosonic, I'm sure that when they go live, if you put their bell on, you'll get a notification. Bright Creations and Sonia will swap maybe. Ela and family, thank you for coming in, and thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. And thank you, the Cruz family, for reminding everybody the thumbs up as well. It really does help. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off for a quick second to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it. And then Elin family, if you want to just read the instructions at the bottom of the screen, everybody's here to connect. Please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to. Take your time, go one by one, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Absolutely, Metrosonic. That's good advice. And the Cruz family, yes, absolutely. Let's all build. Berlinda Engman is willing to swap playlists as well. And then all of our moderators do it as well. So Kristen, Kira, I didn't see if any more moderators came in today. Kristen and Kira are always here with me. And they are willing to swap playlists too. If anybody wants to do that, That Blue Moon, good to have you back. Thank you. And Michael's Adventures, of course. There's not... Oh. Yeah. Michael and Paula, that's interesting. I didn't... Thank you for noticing that. I didn't see. See, when I'm live streaming, I don't tend to watch the count on how many people are watching, but somebody must have sent us something because, yeah, that is absolutely a bot of some sort, Michael's Adventure. So I don't know the truth about that stuff. I never engage with anything like that, especially on the channels that are important to me, like my personal channel and TuberChat and the ones I run for other people. So I haven't done any of that, but I have seen it before, and it's possible to buy fake views and fake viewers, and I absolutely don't recommend that for anybody, because when you start to play games like that, I think you're putting your channel at risk. Now, I don't know for sure, because I don't know how they're able to get away with that, and I'm lucky that I'm on the good side of it right now, because whoever's done that for me, I should be more appreciative maybe, but I don't know the true impact about how that many views, they'll all disappear. And then you can also do things like thumbs up, and unfortunately you can do thumbs down, and that's horrifying. And I've seen people have a lot of stress over that kind of activity from people as well. But yeah, there's robots. The truth is, when it's robots like that, the stuff all disappears, or 90% of it disappears. But it's interesting. So I don't know how that's happened, but scary, scary stuff. Yeah, Michael's Adventures, no doubt. I've seen a lot of it. I've seen, unfortunately, some friends got attacked with the thumbs down, and it's horrifying because you have to change your whole outlook on your channel. The unsalted kitchen. I don't do that, though. I want everybody to understand that first of all, I don't look. So I'm looking at the same screen you are. Secondly, I keep a window like this so that I can keep up with the chat on my personal channel. And you'll notice you can't see how many people are watching right now. You have to expand this out, and then it will show you 265 watching. But I know for certainty there is not 265 people watching right now. But that happens. Sometimes people do it as, I don't know, I guess a joke or a gift or something like that. But yeah, I don't know what to think. I wouldn't have known if Michael and Paula didn't mention it, but thank you for mentioning that. There are a lot of other, for instance, there's growth streams, and I don't want to get into a long speech about it, but there's other growth streams that are similar to TuberChat, and they use those robots regularly, and they get a lot of bad publicity because of that. Because what happens is when you give, let's say, a super chat to a channel because you think that it's being seen by 200 people, and then it's not, that I think is deceptive and not a good idea. Tutorial or video about it. Yeah, maybe. I got to be careful about that too, because I don't want to speak negatively ever. And, it's very easy to have people take what you say the wrong way. and you don't want that. All I'm doing is saying that I don't use robots of any kind on any channel. For those of you who don't already know, not that it matters, but I have been on social media since the beginning, since Facebook, since MySpace and all that stuff. And I've seen a lot of bad activity that has happened from a result of robot stuff like that. So I choose not to do any of it here. Doesn't help anyway. It doesn't matter if there's 15,000 people watching if they're not actually watching, because they're not going to get anything out of it, right? You don't get watch time. You don't get views. I'm terrified you could actually damage your channel that way, and I don't want that. But it is what it is, and I can't figure that out right this second. But Georgia Bulldogs, always good to see you. So thank you for coming in. Hopefully you've had a great week. My understanding is that it might have been quite a bit of fun. This is Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. This is a channel that has been back with us repeatedly ever since they found TuberChat just a short while ago. But they have been here almost the entire time for every live stream that they've been in since they found us. And therefore will be featured next weekend. And they're always here with us now for a long period of time. So hopefully we're going to get into what I was talking about a while ago. And maybe an hour or so from now, we'll get into some analytics tutorials and dig a little bit deeper. And thanks very much, the Cruz family. Hopefully you're... the best idea here is always to go first, to reach out to other channels, connect with them first, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like, because everybody's here to connect. I'm going to look at my list and see if I can consider adding any more viewers. Yeah, at MAH videos, thank you. But yeah, it's not actually 200 viewers. Somebody must have sent a robot over for that, probably with good intentions. But it's absolutely not. The way you can tell, here, I'll show you something. Forgive me, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, but we'll get back to you in a second. Here's how you can tell if a robot is on the stream you're watching. So this says 246 watching right now. Now, I suppose it could be possible, but I don't think so. Because when we click on participants, there are only about 15 or 20 people in the chat at a time. Right? Now, it's possible that there could be some viewers that are not in the chat. There could be people who've come in and just not interacted yet, but not gonna bet on that. But this is me being like trying to show you this is what I mean about transparency, right? And a lot of times you look to you might find a channel and say, wow, they've got a lot of viewers, but when you click on the participants, you get the real story. And it's unfortunate that that stuff is out there, but it is. But anyway, I mean, as long as it's not hurting, I hope. Bright Creations is willing to swap playlists, of course, again. And Mickey404, thank you for coming in. I appreciate always all of the support that you give me. Let me, what am I going to do here? We looked at Ghostly Winds, Bright Creations. We looked at Uniquely Lavish. Is this not refreshing? Yeah, that's those hamburger menus. I don't know why they do it in 3 dots, but yeah, it gives you a few options here because I'm logged in. This is not the TuberChat account. I'll show you what happens with the TuberChat account again if we want to look at it. But I have participants, and then I can move the chat out, turn the timestamps on and off if I want, and then report to YouTube if I feel like I need to do that. Oh, I might have lost my window there. And then if I go over here and I click on, and now I'm logged into the same account that I'm using as TuberChat. See, it's up to 297 watching. I don't bet that can be accurate. When I click on participants here, I have also manage moderators, so I can do a little bit of activity with that if I need to. It's just an extra little piece there. I was looking at adding names to the wheel, East Media with BG, and Unmasked Lifestyle. Oh, you're already there. Unmasked Lifestyle needs to be put up onto the wheel. Kiera Welton and Kristen Welton. They are always with me. Javian's Day Today and A Poet Unleashed. MJ Life. Oh, there's so many channels in here. Okay, let me spin. Yeah, Ghostly wins, but I'm sure. See, this is the problem. I was hoping this would never happen. I don't use bots. So if there has been a bot sent over here, then somebody has done it. And I've seen that before. I've seen where you're on a channel and somebody sends a bot. So then there's 1,000 viewers watching. But I also know creators who buy for themselves. I don't encourage it. I just know that they do because I see their streams. But I just showed everybody. You can look at the participants and you'll see that there are definitely not 300 people watching right now. I don't use bots, but somebody has sent it over. See, now it's down to 229. That's how you know, too. You just watch the number for a few minutes and you'll see. Oh, there's lots of different ways. The Unsalted Kitchen for that stuff to be done. There's lots of different ways. I mean, it's possible one of my friends might think they're being kind and have sent that and, you know, whatever. It's fine. Could be anybody here in the chat that's done it. But as long as it's on the good side, then it's probably not hurting too much. I hope not, because we're so close to monetization now. I really don't need a wrench thrown into the plan. But this is Unmasked Lifestyle. This is another channel that's been back to TuberChat since finding us only a short time ago, but they've been spending a lot of time with TuberChat. They're aggressively working on their channel, getting very close to 486. Yeah, Ghostly wins. I'm telling you right now, it's not. There's usually, I think the most we've had in TuberChat at a time is 40 people at a time in the chat. When we go through the analytics after, I'll show you, and we'll see the concurrent viewers if you want on a couple of videos. And then Skid 2D. Welcome. Hopefully you're feeling welcome here. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. You can meet some new friends and family members if you would like to by just following the instructions on the bottom of the screen. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like. Everybody's here for the same thing. We all want to connect, so please don't be shy. And the best idea is always to go first. Now we're going to get a few other situations coming in as well. Everything's good, David. I just noticed an account come in. When an account comes in, and says something that's a little bit out there, I have a good banned words list, so it's not easy to say something really inappropriate. But when somebody walks in, they've never been in your live stream before, and they say, like, you know, are you wearing shoes? You're like, okay, that's not normal. And you know right away that this is going to turn into a situation, so you can get rid of them right away. A couple of new channels have just come in. Asitaba, thank you for coming in. Review Genie, thank you very much for coming in as well. And Sunflower Angel, good to see you in here. I know it's your first time, but Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of different dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect here, so please don't be shy. Just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you can find yourself with as many new friends and family members as you would like, if you wish. Yeah, the Unsalted Kitchen. We Almond Milk, thanks for coming in. Pardon me for 1 second. Okay, pardon me for that. Lucky 11 Vlog, thank you for coming in. Wershi, thanks for coming in as well. Yeah, we're going to have to wonder how that's happening. This is a, so TuberChat is not a sub for sub network. We are very focused on loyal and dedicated supporters. But we are, everybody's willing to connect. Everybody's expecting everybody to connect with them. And then Gloria Elsie, we don't do any self-promotion here, so please don't ask anybody to come and check you out. If that's okay, the best idea is always to go first. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Everybody's here to connect. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Valerie Evboifo, I wonder if I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully you're feeling welcome too. We have a lot of different dynamic creators in the house. Ram K Beauty, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. Shy and Alex, yes, everybody's willing to connect here, so you can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Just with Tiana, you're new to YouTube. That's okay. We're here to introduce lots of creators to each other. Valerie, we absolutely do connect with each other, and then you will find a lot of people following your channel where you can promote as much as you would like, of course. James Geip, thank you for coming in. Oh, we got... Okay, thank you everybody very much. I have an idea of what's happened now, so thank you very much. Forgive me. I know we were going to get in tutorials, but we will have to do it on the next live stream. I appreciate every moment that everybody spent with us here, and I will see you again on the next live stream. Hopefully you've got a notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're here every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.